Oh, please, come on in and have a seat. I'll be with you in just one moment. I just have to finish filing this person's application, okay? Okay, there. All set. How can I be of service for you today? Oh, yes, of course. I do recall talking to you. You're from the Althea system, as I recall? Okay, right. Yes, with the recent legislation banning freelance fugitive recovery, we have so many bounty hunters, such as yourself, re-entering the workforce, and your specific set of skills can be very useful in today's job market. So, just a few starter questions to get us going and see what positions you might be qualified for. Would you say that your aim is more or less accurate than a stormtrooper's? Okay. And do you have a current pilot license? Okay. And do you have any special degrees or educational achievements that you would like to report? Okay. And what specific sectors are you thinking about looking for work in? Okay. So you're kind of along a broad field of options, I would say then. So I'm sure that we can find something for you. Why don't I just log into our current listings and see what kind of matches your parameters, and you can tell me what kind of sounds good to you, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay, now the 5th planet in the Darcy system is looking for a gatekeeper guardsman. Yes, you would be responsible for guarding the gate and making sure that no one comes in who isn't supposed to. You'd be working in cooperation with the actual gate operator. So, well, let's see. It requires excellent marksmanship, which you of course said that you have. So it also requires you to be fluent in the Darzaean dialects of Shargo, Torzan, and Numar. You're fluent in Shargo and Torzan, but your Numar's a little shaky. Okay, that might disqualify you, but let's check the rest of the requirements. It would require the ability to work a standard 72-hour shift day. Yeah, they have kind of long days on that planet, and I know that that kind of a schedule can wreak havoc on some physiology. But the pay isn't bad. It's 46,000 Darzaean tokens per galactic standard week. Yes, Darzaean galactic standard week, so, you know, it's going to be one of the longer weeks in the galaxy, but again, fairly decent pay. Benefits, let's see. Yes, there is a benefits package which includes your own bungalow with a water filtration system and a radiation catchment recycling device, which is what converts all the radiation into your power, and that's what powers your bungalow. Let's see. Oh, you also get free transportation to and from any planetary point. Yes, that would be any point on the actual planet. And then you also receive unlimited, though unpaid, time off. So while you do get unlimited time off, the time off you take is also unpaid. So, okay, not really interested in that one. Well, let's see what else we have here. All right, well, there's an opening on a nearby desert planet for a spice runner. Let's see. It's a full-time position, and the position includes extracting, transporting, and trading the spice, so you'll get to do a lot of traveling in that job. Yes, the danger level is high, it says, due to machine failures, explosions, sandworms, unstable planetary politics, raids, and things of that nature. So you're really going to want to kind of have an adventurous spirit if you're interested in going after that job. The benefits package, let's see. It includes a still suit paid for by the company and partial paid time off if injured. No, there is no pay transference if you are eaten. Let's see. It doesn't list the salary, so that's one that you would have to contact the job poster to find out. Out of curiosity, what pay range were you hoping to receive? And kind of cross out a few jobs that are below your expected pay range. Okay, let me put that down. Okay, yeah, that eliminates a few, but as long as you're searching for a job and you've got a little bit of time, you might as well get exactly what you want, right? Exactly. So let's see what else we've got here. Veldran Station is looking for construction workers to help build some anti-diamond shielding. Yes, that area of the galaxy has an unfortunately large number of diamond storms, so the station's just hoping to, kind of bulk up their shielding and prevent any damage from those storms. Let's see. No, there is no housing, no injury compensation, and there is no safety equipment provided. However, the pay is considerable. It's about double the range that you're looking for, so the pay does compensate for the large amount of dangers and lack of compensation. Probably not that one either. Alright, let's see what else is on here. Oh, here's a relatively new listing. This one was just posted this morning, actually. And this is from the Recall Company. They're looking for a memory implant specialist. What's required? Let's see. The listing is fairly vague, and it requires you to sign an NDA before beginning any work or learning exactly what you would do. However, it looks like it has excellent perks. It's well within your pay range, and it allows you to take frequent, all expenses paid trips to Mars, and as I said, a handsome salary, though it does require a degree in neuromanipulation. You don't have a degree in neuromanipulation? Okay, yeah, well, we'll move on then. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, okay. Squidranian Spa and Tentacle Massage Parlor is currently interviewing for reptilian scale filers. Yeah, scale filing is a highly sought after treatment by the reptilians of that planet. It's probably something a little bit different than you're used to doing, but would you like to hear more about it? Okay. Pay is within your range, not a lot of perks, and you must be okay with occasional bites or fire-breathing burns from ornery clients. Not really something you want to deal with? Yeah, that's no problem. Just between you and I wouldn't really want to deal with clients like that either. So let's see. Asgard is currently looking for a gatekeeper. Yes, someone to operate the Bifrost. Let's see. The requirements are that you must be able to distinguish between threats and allies. Pay is double what you're asking. And enhanced senses such as all-seeing eyes are a plus. It's kind of a short listing. Could be the poster was trying to save a few dollars, which will eventually go into the salary of the person they end up hiring. You don't really like the planet Asgard? A little too noisy? Okay, no problem. We definitely want to get you placed somewhere that you're interested in being. So let's find something else here. Okay, are you familiar with Zero Gravity Detection Agency? And do you have any negative feelings associated with them? Okay, well, in that case, they're currently seeking skilled trackers. Yes, it's a private detective firm. It's not a bounty hunter firm. That's exactly why this is still legal, because it is not restricted by the recent legislation against freelance fugitive capture. So, no one is chasing outlaws. This is usually more like aliens wanting to know where their spouse really was when the transporter beam home shows an anomaly, or when a ship is stolen, you'd be helping to track it down, things like that. There's a lot of working with the local authorities in this position. You don't get along so well with the local authorities? Okay, this might be a position you'll want to pass on then, because there is quite a bit of cooperation with the local planetary authorities, and I don't know if you're specific to which planet you have an issue with, but the Zero Gravity Detective Agency does go all around the galaxy, so you're likely to run into someone that you may not get along with so well if you do have that aversion to working with local law enforcement. Yeah, okay, why don't we just pass on that one then? And let's see what else has been posted. Oh, here we go, another recent one. Vault 101 is looking for a waste management specialist. What does that entail? Well, you would be responsible for general upkeep, garbage burning, and dealing with systems malfunctions. You're pretty good with all those things? Okay, well, the skills required are high knowledge of Pip-Boy programming and jukebox maintenance skills. And also the ad says you must be okay with dealing with mutated creatures and robots which can clog up the waste management systems. You don't have much experience with Pip-Boy programming? Okay, yeah, I think that's going to disqualify you from this particular position then. Let's see. Okay, well, you might be disqualified from this position too, just from the sounds of it, but it's within your price range, your hoped for salary, so I'll shout it out and you can pass on it if you think not, but automated deep space travel, you're familiar with that? Yeah, so there's an automated deep space travel vessel that's looking for programmers to program the ship, make sure it stays on course when it's automated and floating through space of its own accord. A little beyond your programming skills. Okay, yeah. I kind of figured, but, just wanted to throw it out there. So let's see. Okay, now you said you have your pilot's license. Do you happen to have a driver's license? Yes, for driving small vehicles on planetary surfaces. It doesn't really matter whether they hover or are on wheels. Just any kind of a standard galactic driver's license will do. You do? Okay, well, Zorg Industries has an opening for a taxi driver. Let's see. Yeah, it does say that being able to provide your own car is a plus because they lost one of their fleet when an alien fell through the roof of one of their other vehicles. And you will, of course, have to watch the points on your license to avoid suspension. Coming up with your own vehicle is going to be a little bit of a problem. All you currently have is deep space ships. Okay, well then we'll just pass on that one. Let's see. Okay, another programming job. There really have been quite a few programming jobs listed this week, so they're certainly in high demand, but again, I know you said that your programming skills are not exactly top-notch. Right, okay, well, Cyberdyne Systems is looking for a computer programmer for a revolutionary new technology, but it's probably outside of your programming skills. Okay, yeah, so we'll pass on that one. Let's see here. Okay, how do you feel about banking? You like money as much as the next person? Oh, of course, don't we all? Well, the Interdimensional Bank is currently looking for a lead teller. Would that be something that might perhaps interest you? It might? Okay. Well, yes, they're looking for a teller for their new branch, which is near the ever-expanding black hole. Would this be a job without many hazards? Let's see. Well, actually, they list quite a few hazards. Workplace hazards include getting stuck in interdimensional rifts. Doesn't really sound fun, but as an interdimensional bank, I can see where that would happen. Multi-dimensional robberies. Of course, with any bank anywhere in the galaxy, that's always going to be an issue. You know, that there's always going to be someone trying to rob it. Particularly when the bank is new, such as this one, because it's been untested, and oh, those galactic thieves just love to see how far they can get with the new intergalactic banks. And getting sucked into a black hole or being accidentally turned inside out while transporting to the various dimensions. Yes, ouch, that does sound very painful. So unfortunately, there are a lot of workplace hazards with this particular job. However, as with many hazardous jobs, the pay does somewhat compensate for that. This is again double the pay range that you're looking for. Few too many hazards for your taste. You like to be able to see your enemy, not get sucked into a black hole. Yep, I totally understand. Alright, well, let's see. Okay, here's kind of an older listing, so they may have already filled this position. We can go ahead and submit your application, find out if it's something that really interests you, but I'll go ahead and read it off here in case it is something that you're interested in. Hawkins National Laboratory is currently searching for a specialized lab technician. What kind of specialized? It doesn't actually say what kind of specialized lab technician. It just says must have degrees in psychology, child psychology, and parapsychology. And it also says that biogenetics or military background, also a plus. You have to draw the line there. Okay, yeah. Well, that says a lot about your morals, so thank you very much for that. Let's see. Oh, here's kind of an adventurous one. Tempest Expeditions is currently searching for an experienced travel agent to help guests book temporal travel packages. That might be something you're interested in. Okay, let's see. Must have first-hand experience of multiple time zones. You have done a little time traveling? Okay, well that's excellent. Chasing fugitives across the temporal lines, I expect? Yeah, okay. And obviously you have quite the experience with various geography throughout the galaxy, so it might be a good fit for you. The only thing is, there is no actual pay rate. It is a work on commission position. You're not really a fan of work on commission? You like to know ahead of time how much you're going to be making? Yeah, okay, that's no problem whatsoever. We can just pass on that one. Let's see. Okay, there is a Dreadnought class ship in need of a new gunner. Let me see. Yes, it's on a planetary occupation mission. The design, it's listed as being a pretty strong ship based on Mandalorian design, though it's not the most modern vessel. You're gonna pass on that one? You prefer newer tech? Yeah, and that's no problem. We don't judge your personal tech preferences. We are simply here to help you find a position that fits your particular lifestyle and set of skills. So if you'd like to be on something more modern, we fully support the fact that you know exactly what you want in the job market. So let's see what else we can find for you. Let's see. On the planet Earth, it looks like MIB is currently recruiting new agents. You're definitely going to pass on that one. You had a bad experience with a run-in with a few of those agents, so you definitely don't want to be one yourself. Okay, well that is understandable. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of a cryptic ad, but it says transportation vessel with a close-knit crew is looking for a first mate. Sounds like something you might be interested in. Alright, let's get the rest of it here. Must be able to follow orders without complaint and be ready to rescue the captain if he runs into trouble. Often trouble in deep space. Payment is in regular shares of transported cargo. You know, I'm gonna stop this one. In fact, I'm just going to report this ad right now because I think it's probably likely smugglers. Yeah, they like to use little code words in their ad like that. They start talking about a close-knit crew and following orders and rescuing the captain. Things like lots of trouble and payment being in shares instead of an actual salary listed. It's got one too many suspicious descriptions here, and I'm gonna say it's probably smugglers. So I would avoid this particular job. Okay, so I'm just gonna flag this one and get it removed from the system. Try not to support smugglers in this business. So, but a few of them like to try and get through. They think they're being clever with their little code words there. So just pass on that. Okay, so let's see what else we can find for you here. Oh, This is a regularly occurring ad in our system. The Borg are always looking for new recruits to assimilate into their ranks. Yeah, sure. It says they are particularly searching for beings with skills or intelligence not currently represented in the collective. There is no pay, but as a member of the Hive, you'll receive all the perks associated with being part of the collective. Resistance is futile. Yeah, they always add those extra words into their ad. Must be very important to them because, you know, we charge by the word here, so those extra 3 words did cost them a little bit more money to stick those in, so apparently resistance is futile, but might be one that you want to pass on because it specifically says no pay, and it doesn't sound like the benefits are going to be enough to make up for that. Not something you're interested in. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I figured here. Let's see. Okay, Area 51. Are you familiar with that? Yes, that's on planet Earth. And they are currently interviewing for, actually they don't say what they're interviewing for, they just say that they have an open position. An NDA will be required, obviously. The perks include residence in the compound, guarded transportation in and out twice a year, and a salary in government credits usable outside of the desert surrounding Area 51. Probably not something you're interested in. You're not a huge fan of the Earth climate. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's see. Just get that out of there. Okay, well, Starfleet, while being based on Earth, obviously have a lot of vessels floating around in space, so, and they are currently recruiting for a mess officer to take a position on board an experimental new vessel. Starfleet has too many rules for you. Okay, so you're not interested in that one either. Let's see. Okay, well this one is on Earth again. Do you want me to read this one or skip right through that? Go ahead and read it. You're at least open to hearing about it. Okay, well, Area 52 is currently in need of a Chevron lubricating technician. What is that? I'm not entirely sure, actually, because they don't list a description in the ad. This one, again, requires an NDA and an SAP top secret clearance, as well as an engineering degree is required for this position. You don't have earthly clearance. Okay, then that's definitely going to take you out of the running for that one. Let's see. Oh, this one sounds kind of exciting. The Galactic Empress is looking for a new guard for her summer home in the Cloud City. That one sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, let's see. Okay, the perks include a generous salary. Yeah, it's actually a little bit above what you're looking for. Not quite double, but a little above the range that you're looking for. So that's one of the perks. It's the high salary. You will also receive a personal chef and a bungalow just beneath the Cloud City. That all sounds pretty good. Let's see, the requirements are you're required to be on call every day. Is that something you're able to do? Okay, let's see, it says no sick days, no personal days, and no romantic distractions allowed. You're good with all of that? Okay, and the last requirement is a minimum of a 5-year contract. That's just fine with you? Okay, would you like me to go ahead and set up an interview for this position? Okay, well then let's see here now. The interview takes place directly at the summer home in Cloud City, and the Galactic Empress's house manager will be doing the initial interview. If you pass that interview, then you will go on to meet the Galactic Empress herself, who will give you the final yes or no. Does all of that sound acceptable? Okay. And what are some good times for an interview? When would you be available? Okay. And would that be morning or evening? They're available both times on that particular day. Okay. Okay, so sent off your information requesting the interview along with the times that you say you're available. So at some point in the next 24 hours, you'll be receiving a hail from the Galactic Empress's staff, and they can give you a code clearance to come and dock at their city at the appointed time, and then you'll proceed with the first and hopefully second round of interviews. Does that all sound great? Okay, and yes, so our fee is a 1% commission for the first year of your salary. Is that acceptable? All right, excellent. All right, well, you are all set then, and we'd like to thank you for using our services, and hopefully you end up with a job. It's good for you and good for us, so it's our best interest to ensure that you get the job. So we have sent in your information, and we hope that you'll be hearing soon. Are you able to find your way back to the docking bay okay? All right, well then, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.